Today we're going to talk about the FGC's favorite topic, tier list. This month, Nia's released his Tekken tier list, Infiltration released his Strive tier list, and Punk released his SF5 tier list. It's a perfect time to tell you why you shouldn't listen to any of them.
I am not listening.
I know a lot of people have the thought process that if one of the best players in the world says a character is good or bad, it has to be true. But today we're going to talk about why that logic is flawed and discuss if there is a good tier list. A lot of people assume because someone is the best in the world, they know everything about a game, which is not even close to true. Let's take a look at Ni, aka the man who perfected the world's hardest fighting game. It's hard to find Ni saying anything about Akuma, let alone calling him good, until right around the time the Pakistan players started traveling. Once Pakistan started beating everyone, all of a sudden we get graced with all of these tweets. Now I know some people will claim that doesn't prove anything, so let's take a look at the last tier list I saw from a top player. Punk. He had this to say about Oro.
Oro is not going to be that bad. Before, I think it's because his normals were stubby, and the fact that his forward medium punch, is hard to whiff punish with it when you're charging, because you kind of can't charge and then just do forward medium punch because you're going to just get his fireball. So that's something I thought really turned me off about Oro, and I think really made the character hard, and well, not even hard, just like not as good, because it's hard to whiff punish with him, because his best whiff punish button, that's actually a really good whiff punish button, is hard to do it because you have to, you can't really charge, honestly. And also his charge timing is longer than rest of the charge characters, which I think is kind of weird. Not sure why that's the case, but yeah, I think Oro is definitely a B tier character.
That is 100% wrong. Oro can whiff punish with forward medium punch while charging, and I will show you. If you hit light kick with forward medium punch, you will never get a fireball. You can even hold down light kick, then hit forward medium punch if you aren't confident with hitting them at the same time. If Punk knew this, his placement of Oro might change. You don't need to be better than Punk to be able to see that he's wrong here. Aside from not knowing everything about the game, you have to remember most tier lists are based off feelings. If you live in Japan and you get scooped by Itabashi all day, of course you're going to think Zangief is strong. If you live on the East Coast and you keep getting smoked by Idom, of course you will hate Laura and Poison. So that brings us to the question, how should a tier list be made? Well, if you wanted an accurate one, you would need to compare and contrast every single character's tools and see how they interact with each other in order to form matchups. This would require you to know multiple top-level players with each character to join in on the discussion. After you have a comprehensive chart of every matchup in the game, you could see more clearly who the strongest character is. Right? Well, not exactly. Although the tier list would be somewhat accurate, you have to factor in that every single one of us sees the game differently. Someone might think having good hit confirmable moves is more important than having a good fireball. Some players might think having a command grab is more valuable than having left-right mix-ups. Once you factor in all of these things, you have to realize that we're probably never going to agree on a tier list. The key word was probably, though. There's one tier list I've seen that no one has ever disagreed with, regardless of game knowledge and regardless of how they viewed the game. Bronson Tran's Tekken 7 tier list. A tier list so perfect it transcends games. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please consider subscribing. I upload videos weekly, and I will see you guys next time. See ya!